Yeah, I like some eggs with that. Oh, hey guys, welcome back to another part of Paul. This is Ace Attorney. Last time I got you guys off, we found that little somebody in here and they made a huge mess. So we're gonna come in here, and before we tell the police about what happened here, we're gonna do our little own investigation to see if we could find any evidence to help us out. So let's examine this place. Let's see. We want to examine this bottle down here. Books and papers scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? The juice that spilled out of the cup. It's dry. So the messy one wasn't our burglar just now. Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. Interesting. I'm gonna examine this. Okay, yeah, we don't need to do that anymore. Okay, we want to examine that plant. There's actually a couple of things you want to examine. First of all, you want to examine this. Kind of an expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burnt out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. But why is it standing on the floor like that then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh? There's a red splotch on the part of the cord. You think that's blood? It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. We added this because we're gonna need this. Let's see here. I think we can get something out of this. This potted plant has seen better days. That doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Normally burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So why look under a potted plant? Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe. I've heard of people putting their house keys under plants, but the key to a safe? Then maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys. This is getting nowhere fast. Speaking of the safe, we're gonna look out here. What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. Someone already entered its 2 numbers, Apollo. 79. Wait, do you think that burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside this safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 digits? Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court records, something that can help us figure out the last 2 digits. I wonder. I got just the thing. Now, if you remember correctly, we have something that can detect fingerprints. I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all we have to do now is know what the buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are. Oh, no, we can't use the phone. We want to present this. When you press the buttons, you have to touch them. With your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other numbers but the right ones, right? So if we can find out the buttons with the fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Now, I don't think this randomizes, but we'll know here in a minute if it randomizes. So, without further ado, I guess I'm gonna show you how I 1 minute as I get things set up for this. Okay, we want to blow into the mic, and this is gonna get really annoying for you guys. So, oh my god. Okay, I apologize to people listening. If you listen to this with earphones, I am sorry. That was completely shocking to me. I didn't know this talking into the mic. Wow. Look, you can see oily fingerprint residue clearly. Look at 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. Now, what we want to do is we want to press this and this. Yeah, got it. Whoa, what? It opened. And we can examine this. Let's examine this, shall we? This looks like a medical chart. There's an X-ray in here with it. An X-ray? Can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look by patient. It says Walkie-Talkie. So this is Walkie, our client's chart, huh? Why would this be the one chart we be? Why would this one chart be here in the safe? Let's see. The physician's signature says Palmaractics. Eh? What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says the one who followed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alita. Talia? Tila? Alita Tila is Walkie's fiance. That's one Ida too much, Apollo Low. Okay, enough of that, please. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though, I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic. Odd that she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. So Alita Tila worked at Marita's clinic, and she had access to Walkie Kataki's medical charts. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo Low. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? That's a hint to someone we know who can read this. Before we leave, we want to check out. Oh, we're gonna check out this right here. This looks like a bullet hole. You can see it through the you can see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of the safe? Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is all squished. Not surprising given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. We added that to our records. Now I thought that we could add this cat to... No clues here. I guess that's it for what we can examine. I think... I guess that's it for right now. The window is ajar. That must be how our burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here. Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. I'd give it a month myself. Whoever broke it, I was in need to break in today. That's for sure. I'm trying to think. Is there anything? We don't need that. There's a lot of organs in the background. I think that's it for what we need to examine here. I'm not 100% sure myself. So I'm not really. Okay, I think that's it for what we need to examine here. We're good to move now. So what we want to do is we want to go talk to somebody about these medical records. We need to know what these say. So there's only one person that we know of that can decipher medical records. So, and he's not here right now. Okay. I guess we're gonna freaking talk to. I guess we're gonna go talk to in the sky again. Kentucky Mansion. Man, this place is empty. It's like a ghost town. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next, she have us analyzing face prints. Look at Detective Sky. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us. Apollo. I think she said Apollo Low, but you know, whatever. I'm not even gonna ask. We'll talk to her about. Okay, let's just show her this then. Okay, yes, I'm doing that. I need to stop humming, or just being bad with singing. These sandals, that's quite a clear print on there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the toe print off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints match, you know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Yes, we do, actually. I think I might actually. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with the other shoe print? We want to actually compare this to this. I think we want to check to see if there's a print there. Because I think we can see there's a print. Yeah, there it is. I wonder, could this be a print? Why would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print? Good call, Apollo. I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of evidence. So we just want to... Let me, and I guess we can... Okay, maybe it's not. Hello? Dude. Hello. Woo! I'm being stupid here on camera for you guys. I hope you appreciate it. Hello? Wait a minute. I hope that it wasn't annoying for you folks. This is how annoying it is. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe. Eh. But I feel like the case is solved already. What was next? We had to match the prints, right? Right, let's match it. Wait, the detective didn't give us a list of the toe prints. Apollo? Oh, good point. Maybe you should ask her. Get some expert advice. I guess so. I'm not sure if she can really qualify as an expert. So we're going to present this to her. This pair of slippers, toe print and all. Oh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course, hang on. And we're lacking for some unknown reason. Bingo, gosh, I'm good. Hey, we're the ones who found the prints. A perfect match. The same person who wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or, you already know. I can't say, not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Now, I already know who wore these sandals, and I think you guys already know who wore these sandals. So we want to move now to... We want to move to the Kentucky Mansion, and we want to move all the way to the... We want to move all the way to the Hickfield Clinic. Yeah, talk to Mr. Wright to see how he's doing. Cause we haven't been here in a long time. Hickfield Clinic. Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something. I could use a little diversion. What did Detective Scott say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me about what happened some years ago, please. I want to know. I need to know. Certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. Look at that thing on his like hat. It's just like, whoa! 7 years ago, I was standing in the courtroom on behalf of clients. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was overdue, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes. He was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still in high school. He took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phineas Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. I'm talking about the evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. Ha 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 ha. I don't see you jump into my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery for now. We won't really need to know what happened a couple 7 years ago for some time now. So I guess we can't do much more, but I guess we need to move to the detention center, and then afterwards we need to move to El Dunes because he can help us up with something. What, you might ask? You have to wait. Don't cry, Angel Dice, back in days. Oh, you again. Do you always have to announce your interests like that? Man, my old man, man. Now I'm all in a funk and it's all his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed clearly. You have your work cut out for you, just straight up. Of course I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Cause you love people. Okay, I got two things to talk to him, Marhill. I got two things to talk to him, because I have a speech impediment. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Little badge of honor. They don't get the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing what he's disappointing that what he is. That's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body. I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stop stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave it to me. Heh. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kentucky family. Please don't talk of as though it's assumed you're going to jail for my sake. Now we want to pretty much present him a couple of things that we now have our hands on. So we want to present him his. Okay, we present the wrong thing first. We represent this to him. Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Teela? Yeah, a birthday present. She got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. I got a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Sandals updated to court. Now we know these are Alita sandals. Now we are that much closer to finding out about all this. And now we want to figure out what's going on. Okay, I'm so stupid. I was not presenting the right stuff to him. Huh? What's that? Some kind of X-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or anything. I live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here in particular. Where is says nurse? It's signed Alita Teela. Huh? Your lawyers do your homework. So you met Teela when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so... Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, fine, I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. This is going to be a rather long episode, and I'm probably cutting out a bunch of extra stuff that doesn't need to be shown, so... we want to talk to him about him and Alita. Let's see what's going on with that. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure, but they came in and got me, hauled me out to the docks. The Miraculous Clinic? That's where I met her. My fallen angel. You mean Alita Teela? She was scared of me at first, it turns out. But you know what they say. The bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with the clinic stuff anyway. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it's real quiet. She said real quiet like on a down low. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you marry me. And so that was the proposal. You know it? And the oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the OP was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. I'm about that op. Yeah? Didn't go so well after all, didn't it? I know about that. I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said. Yeah. Can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the blood at the checkup? Yeah. That's when I knew the doctor would have to pay. Figured I'd get that cat pulled off after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large right now, aren't I? Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? No, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting older, I mean. I think it's all we can talk to him about right now. Now we can talk to one of my favorite characters ever about something about getting some help to deciphering a particular piece of documents. So we want to move to Eldune's little place of business here, because he can help us solve something. He can help us actually read the documents because he's a doctor. Well, he was a doctor. Hey, Mr. Eldune, we've been looking over for you. What's the matter, Tootsie Doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like an expert advice. I suppose he's a doctor still. Mr. Eldune, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor's days were gone for good. Mr. Eldon? Heh. So now we can present him this stuff because we need to know the right thing to him. We present Walkie's charts. Mr. Eldon, could you take a look at this? Medical charts. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldon? What? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? About dead. All but dead. He's knocking on pearly gates, and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Off comes the cap. Yes, guys, he has black hair. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. I love this character because that shocked me the first time that yellow hair was not his real hair at all. He had a noodle bowl on his head, and it was like it was so shocking to me to find this out. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller is not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see the bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I could think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there's some serious bleeding going on in there. That's something your average doc can be eager to fiddle with. You mean it took a miracle to get that bullet stuck in there where it is? It'd take more of a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'll give him another half a year tops. But Walkie's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great, just great. You gotta be kidding me. How could Dr. Rentis do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That despair right there. Trissy doll. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do was sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. The Katakis? You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Walkie's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful! And which doctor would they take him to? Miraculous? He's got enough ties to them. He could probably cover up the whole truth of what happened. That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die. There's a darkness in this world, Trissy doll. Waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these games, turf wars, are just kids' games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It takes you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Dr. Eldon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So Walkie, he's real lucky to be alive even now. No. There's one problem. Apollo? This chart. Look at the nurse section. Hey, look at that. We got a chance to look at her actual name. Alita Taylor. That's right. This operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition. Guaranteed. Ah. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she wanted to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking, Apollo? What were you thinking, Leah Taylor? And we'll continue this in the next part of Apollo vs. Ace Attorney. Hope you guys are enjoying the ride. In the next part, we begin the final part of Case 2. See you guys then.